Hello, welcome to our flight, fellow aviation fans and flight simmers. Today we are stood here in Aalesund Airport. I arrived here yesterday from Brussels, where I finished off my European project a week ago. And I have been stood here ever since, all 24 hours. Today we are changing livery back to our Norwegian Lima November Delta Yankee Delta 737 Zebra mod. I'm here on X-Plane 11 in virtual reality with Oculus Rift S as always, and today I'm going to take you to one of my favorite airports here in Norway. Domestic flight of around 30 minutes to a small coastal city or town called Aalesund. The flight will take us straight over the Norwegian Alps and into an interesting landing on a quite short runway sitting on an island off the Norwegian west coast. So the weather there can sometimes be quite a challenge, but today it should actually be an improvement. Here in Oslo it's quite a dull day, cloudy and grey, and has been so for the entire day. No rain yet, and no real winds, but just a dull grey autumn's day. But the weather in Aalesund is actually quite sunny and good, and not much wind either, so it should be an improvement. If I have the time, I'll do some turnaround flights. I actually had planned to do Oslo, Aalesund, Aalesund, Oslo, and then Oslo, Molde, which is quite close to Aalesund, and back to Oslo again. Normal day in Norwegian pilot's life here in Norway, doing domestic shuttle flights all day long, back and forth. But we'll see how much time we have, and we'll make do. The most important flight for me today is the one from Oslo to Aalesund. Now I have done one previous video flying from Aalesund to Oslo, and I actually did this flight once before, a few months ago I think, and for some reason I forgot to connect my microphone, so that was all useless. So the flight from Aalesund to Oslo is nice, you have some good views, but the interesting part is the descent and landing in Aalesund, and that's what I want to share with you today. So yeah, let's just jump in the cockpit and start setting up for today's flight. There we go, quite noisy. There we go, shut the door. That's better. And let me just focus here. So we have ground power connected, so we can just and go through that. Pop that on. And yeah, let's just do a check here. So I haven't updated the Zebra mod since yesterday's flight, where I did get an error on takeoff. Was it a takeoff configuration error? I have previewed the video. It is quite hard to see smaller details on the video, so I'm not quite sure if I made an error. I don't think I made an error. I had the altimeter set correctly, but it did give me an altimeter warning there on takeoff. So it shall be interesting to see if the same will happen today. I'll just focus on doing my tests here. I did that, so do the stall. Come on. Yeah. Let's just go over here. Baro and hectopascal. Oh. Yeah. Lights test. So it shall be interesting to see now. I had hoped that the Zebra, he is quite regular on with his updates. So I had hoped that a new update would come out within the next 24 hours, and there was an update, but for some reason that update was buggy from the forums with some issues with the FMC, so I have decided not to update. So if we get the takeoff configuration warning, we'll just have to live with it, I guess. So let's also gears down to the green, yeah, stowed up, and there's the yoke buck. Stow that. Cut off and parking brake is set, so. And our TCAS.
Adjust vertical speed. Adjust. Climb. Climb now. Climb. Climb now. Climb. Crossing. Climb. Climb. Crossing. Climb. 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 Clear of conflict. Descend. 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 Crossing. Descend. Descend. Crossing. Descend.
So we have
descend. Descend now. Descend. Descend now. Increase climb. Increase climb. Increase descent.
51.4.
Increase descent. Maintain vertical speed. Maintain. Maintain vertical speed.
Just waiting for the TCAS test to finish.
Maintain. Monitor vertical speed. TCAS test. Pass.
Okay. Just another note. I noticed on the previous video that for some reason my heavy breathing and other bodily sounds have a tendency to get picked up on the mic, so I have moved the mic just slightly off from my mouth, and hopefully that should sort the issue out. If not, I might consider getting a new mic. I also forgot to mention that we are on the VATSIM network. Currently it's middle of the day, so not much going on here in Norway, but we will keep monitoring it to see if somebody shows up. Yeah, so we had 51.4 tons of zero fuel weight, and we will require about 2 tons for the trip. So consider if we do multiple legs, then considering we will not be refueling in Aalesund, we will need enough fuel to get there and back. Our reserves needed are 3 tons. That's Stavanger, so it's quite far away from Aalesund. So I actually don't know why I put in Stavanger. It might as well just send us back to Oslo. But let's see here. If we add 2.5 tons of extra fuel, that should do as well. So that will put us at 6, 7, 8 tons of fuel. So let's take 8 tons and 51.4, right? And there we go. Looking good. So what we can do is we can call the fuel truck and he can start refueling us. And we should really take the passenger seats, but we'll just leave it on. And we need to depart from 01 left, so we can set up our pushback. So I need to cancel that pushback, that's for sure. So let me just find my yeah, that. There we go. Bit finicky this mouse here. Really wish that the better pushback were made possible to use this here. Would be so much easier. So it decided to freeze up there for some reason. Come on. Nope, nothing. Okay, then I'll have to go out of VR, which I hate, but oh, darn it. Really, that's an issue with VR that we don't have. But we are not the prime users yet of simming, so we'll just have to make do what we get. So just a second. Okay, so that's the better pushback sorted. So we can move on here. So let's start setting up our routing here. We are in Gardermoen, Oslo, our home airport. Take this left one here, insert, route. And we're going to Echo November Alpha Lima, Aalesund. Nice cozy airport. If you haven't gone, then I strongly recommend you give it a visit. It's free by scenery, it's T2G, and it's quite decent. It's an interesting approach for runway 06, which we are going for today. So we're departing 01 left and flight level 3. Just get that in there. Oh, bit too far. There we go. So 01 left at FTARC 5 Alpha. That means we have to go on a bit of a detour, but normally you would be given a shortcut by ATC. But if we don't have any ATC, of course we could give ourselves the shortcut if there's not much traffic around, but if ATC shows up, they tend to frown upon that. So the departure, Lima 997. To Obiti. And that's Obiti 1 Quebec for 06 in Aalesund. Oh. And we'll do the RNAV Yankee. And there we go. Activate that. 320 was inserted and inserted. There we go. Fueling is done. Now, if they really wanted to add to the immersion, I don't know if it's possible, if it's an X-plane thing or something SIBO could do, you would have somebody come with a load sheet. So you would have to rearrange some of your weights there. Yeah, so that's good. So let's get some winds. It's pretty much just up and then down. 14820. And -1. There we go. We can execute that. Outside temperature 9 degrees. So we have to be on the anti ice on our climb out there. So let's do 22k today. Flaps 5. 140. Oh, a bit lively here. There we go. 4.5 units. There we go. That is set. And do a flaps 40 landing. There's a short runway. We don't want to come in too fast. Let's just do the walk through the route. So there's the left-hand turn of our detour. If I zoom out, you can see the detour. Normally you would just get cleared straight to FTARC. So we might just do that. Actually, you know what? We're going to After Golf Mike 438, we'll go straight to EVTOG. Okay, so we'll step through this. Looks much more natural now. And there's the turn on of the Arnav approach, straight in to land. And it's, I believe it's 3.7 degrees glide slope there. And there are some terrain. We're descending down into terrain, and there's some terrain on the coast, so the missed approach will take you out over the sea. Yeah, so it looks good. You can get that. Let's leave that there for now. Don't really want to insert any cruise winds. What I do want to do already actually is get the forecast in, and we'll do let's see, (2015-10). Simply because it's such a short flight and not much time to work around up there, so I need to fix the microphone so it doesn't bump into my shoulder. Hope that's better now. So 14130. Yep. And 14525. And 15117. And QNH currently in, let's just see here. Not much going on. A few aircraft here in Gardermoen, but other than that, not much going on. Let's see here. Let's just update that. And Aalesund, that's here. 1008. Might as well get all of this out of the way. So hopefully we will get some views of the Norwegian Alps on the way, the highest point in Norway, Galdhøpiggen, among other things. There we go. So let's just
Echo November Golf Mike Airport information India 1050 Zulu weather wind 045 at 3 visibility 10,000 sky condition few clouds at 1,400 ceiling 4,000 broken temperature 9er dew point 6 QNH 1015 advise on initial contact you have information India
1015 set once, set twice, and active.
Echo November.
That's also active on the FO side, so that should be good. So that should be the alternatives. MFR rate is 1681. Just need to get this out. So quite finicky this one here. Oh, no. Oh, really hope Shiba could fix this back to the way it was, so it wouldn't need the VR mouse.
Guys, the Leo's on board.
Stow the VR mouse. and 1681, so 16. There we go. Set. So that's the MFR rate set. And we have the route, so we need to get the charts out here. So we're going for 01 left, that's course 12. Set, set, and set. And we have the EPTOC 5 Alpha. There we go. So we are basically scooting over here. There are no settlements or anything with noise abatement in this area. I know that because I live there. And it's a quite regular shortcut, so dun, dun, dun. Measure climb clearance 7,000 inside that. So that's all set, so we can get that going. And let's get the airport charts. Sort of know where I'm going, but it's nice to have. So we are parked here, so we are going on Golf, and then we're going on November to Alpha 2. So yeah, that's all set. So let's just get started up here. This on 5, and I want this one bit up like so. And barrel hectopascal, that's good. So yeah, that's oxygen is tested, nav and transfer speed. Also window heat is on, pressurization mode selector, auto flight instruments, heading and altimeters is set. Parking brake is set, engine start levels cut off, flight deck doors are closed and locked. Fuel, we have 8 tons of board and 4 pumps on, and 2.8-ish required. Passenger signs on, windows are locked. MCP we have 140 and 012 and 7,000 set. And we have 131, 133 as a rotation, and 140. 0 pre-flight completed, rudder and aileron trim is free and 0. Taxi takeoff briefing completed, anti-collision lights can now come on. Okay, and we'll kindly ask for there we go, does that sometimes.
Grounded cockpit, tow is driving up.
Alright, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Yep, we will do. Okay, so for some reason I do think this version is, I can't remember what version we're on Seabird, but this current version is a bit more buggy than the previous one I had, so hopefully it'll be a new update that is bug free. But it is a release candidate, so we need to keep that in mind.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
And I have also turned off some anti-aliasing and X-Europe version 2, I think it's called. Provides some better houses and stuff like that, but I did have a bit of lag coming into from Brussels. So I have turned it off again, and hopefully that has helped a bit. We shall see. Quite a few aircraft here now.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
4 departures. Release parking brake.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Starting 2 and 1 in sequence, starting 2. And some fuel. And ETG pulling back, starting number 1. Fuel. Go. So we have a flight control issue here. So we'll just check that now shortly.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
And set parking brake.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Full forward, full back, left and right. It's looking good. That's odd. Left side. Flaps 5 is set. So what have I forgotten here? There we go, that's the reason.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
We'll see you, bye bye. Generators on, power OP is on, anti-ice off, isolation valve is on, so engine starts, which is continuous. Recall is checked, autoback RTO, engine start limits idle, D10, flight controls checked, and ground equipment is clearing for taxi checklist. And there's the bypass bin. And that should do us. We have Unicom tuned. I can put Gardermoen as active. So we should be good to go here. So it shall be interesting to see if we get that takeoff configuration warning, the altimeter. Ready to go on Golf over there. Actually, we're not really on the taxi lines here. The pushback was a bit off, but no worries. On to November. I can put on the radars now. There's a Ryanair, I think, but looks a bit sitting there. What is it? No. It looks to be pushing back, so we'll just stop and wait for his pushback to be completed. We'll just pass this intersection and then we will stop. And we will have a wait. Was he at the cargo terminal? It's quite a pushback even. So the flight we're going on today, we're basically going over the Norwegian Alps, some national parks, so we have some of the highest terrain in the country. So, and on clear days it's a really beautiful flight. Norway, the scenery for Norway is a bit sketchy somewhere. It's hard to get good auto. We do have some Ultra HD mesh, which I don't use because it's a bit laggy on VR. And even without VR it is a bit laggy, so on a powerful setup, so I think we can go now. So houses and stuff like that ain't that good looking in Norway scenery, but the terrain is awesome. So we have cloud cover at around, I think it was 3,000 feet.
Echo
so
November
check.
Golf Mike Airport information Kilo 1050 Zulu weather wind 045 at 3 visibility 10,000 sky condition few clouds at 1,400 ceiling 4,000 broken temperature 9er dew point 6 QNH 1015 advise on initial contact you have information Kilo.
Yeah, so we might need engine anti-ice shortly after takeoff.
Echo no.
So what are you doing there, buddy? Might be disconnecting his tow or stuff like that, so we'll just wait. See if he's riding anything here. Nope. Must be using some different scenery even, it's a bit skewed, so. Or maybe a different sim. Come on. Is he moving? I think he's moving now. Yeah, he's moving. Ever so slightly start moving here. Yeah, so the thing I like about this flight here is it's a short flight if you do it from Oslo. So it's something that you can easily do within 1 hour and a half, and I do think that flights shorter than that in an airline jet is hard to come by in the sim. So it's a short flight and it's a beautiful flight. Lots of terrain to look at if it's a clear day. And then you have this approach which can be quite challenging into to Aalesund short runway set on an island that is sitting in the North Sea. So you can have good days like today seems to be, and you can have some awful days in autumn and winter where it's really awful weather, awful conditions, and on top of that you are descending into terrain. So it has a bit of everything, and if you really want to make it hard, then fly a day when you have fog or in darkness, and yeah. So it has everything, really. So that's why I like this flight. And it is a route that is operated daily by both Norwegian and by Scandinavian. In Norway there's a lot of commuter flights due to the simply inaccessibility of the road network here. If you were to drive from Oslo to Aalesund, it will take you maybe 10 hours. So that's why you fly even short flights. Taking off behind him. Stop it here. So we can do that before checklist, just to make sure that our flaps are set, green lights, stabilizer trim, we have 4.5 units D-steps set, and the transponder will go on shortly. Or is he doing a rolling takeoff? It looks like he's doing a rolling takeoff. Okay, so we can line up and wait.
Flight attendants for takeoff, please.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Thank you. And we're clear on final. When is he getting airborne? Must be heavy. There he goes. We can, once we get airborne and have some free hands, we can take a look of where he's going.
Approaching 01 left.
Check. Going left or right? Should be going right.
On runway 01 left.
Okay. Just need to make a tiny adjustment on my seat here, and we can start the timer. Yeah, that's good enough for me. Let's go. So let's see if we get the altimeter warning here. I hope not, it's so noisy. If we do, I'll just discard it. Check.
V1, rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate.
Gear up.
400.
Check. That's one.
$1,000.
Check. So we'll just get this on here. Flaps up. And flaps up, no light, gear up. And lights disregard that. So we'll just hand fly the departure here. Command A, and we can clear ourselves to cruise. Six, and here we are coming out of the cloud layer. Standard. Looking good. So as you see, quite a boring day below the clouds there, but it will get better once we approach Aalesund. I will show you on the weather chart shortly. Just need to monitor things here. Coming up on 10. what we can do is have a look here. There's the Alexander going to Strigino. Oh, yeah, Strigino from Gardermoen. So from the looks of it, we are the only one going to Aalesund, which is here. So we are going straight over this. Especially this area here is beautiful, and we're descending down in here. The weather, as you can see, we are in the clouds here, but once we start our descent we should be coming out of the weather. And Aalesund is here. So actually one of the rare beautiful days there. Calm winds, cab okay. It's really beautiful weather there, really rare we get those conditions. So we'll just shut these down. Beautiful. For some reason it seems like the shadows are a bit sharper today as well. If you look here, looks really good. Expand this a bit more, so we'll release passengers now since it's a short flight. Within 50 feet and heading, there's no ILS and no heading on 06 here. So we'll get the arrival. There was the Obito 1 Quebec. Yep. And the approach was Yankee. And then we need airport. And as you can see, it's a quite short runway, so that's why we need to do flaps 40 and auto brake 3. So we'll just set that up now. And I'm just need to check if we have a 1 degree discrepancy here. Yeah, we do. So it's 63 on the runway heading. There we go. Bang on. We'll do the 285. Just need to get this out. And our trusty VR mouse. And I will do it manually the rest. Oop. See, that's not able to reset it either. 285. There we go. That's set. And we have 1008. So that's set. And there's some hole in the cloud starting to appear, so might be lucky to get some good glimpses of the beautiful landscape here in the mountains. So let's just run through here. So actually, did I just need to check if I remember to start the flight? Yeah, I did. That's good. So easy to forget, right? So. Yep, all looking good there. So we should be looking at BT, Bartlev and Lappev. It's Lappev 5000 above to 40. Viva at 3000 and 230. At ball, and then we start the 3 degrees. And I just want to see if we have any frequencies we can tune. One 158. And I'll tune Gardermoen here, just for reference. There we go. Both are active. And as you can see, we'll basically just be cruising for a few minutes and then it's back down. So yeah. And we'll be exiting at Alpha by the looks of it. Maybe Bravo. Yeah, easy peasy. Let's get some maps going here. So here we have the Jotunheim, where you have some famous places for hiking. And a bit further in you will have Galdhøpiggen, the highest point in Norway.
1,000 to go.
Galdhøpiggen, we're going straight over it, basically the highest point there. And with the weather today, we will definitely be able to see that. So it is starting to clear up now. Bet you that's it, right there. Bit of loading there. So far so good. There's a lot of polygons to be loaded, so And the weather reloading as well doesn't help. So we can start looking at our landing weights. So it has us set at 5.9 at Aalesund. Beautiful. So that's 56.9, that's 57.3. So we could do 30, but I would be more comfortable with 40 here, so we'll do approach speed of 136. And we can reset this. I don't want to bother with setting this head back down. There we go. And let's have a look at VATSIM. Nothing going on yet. Six and yeah. And if we jump to the first officer side, we should be able to see Galdhøpiggen somewhere down there. So this down here, I might be wrong, but it could be Gentersheim. That means it's Beseggen. That's a famous hike. You go basically walk along this mountain edge here. So you go out in boat all the way out here, and then you walk on the edge of the mountain all the way up here, and you get some spectacular views with these two lakes having different colors and different heights. So it's a very famous tourist attraction actually. And it's called Jotunheimen National Park this year. So you can basically see there's a tourist hut down there, tourist hotel, takes you out in boat. You can't see the port because of the clouds, but then you walk all the way up there on the plateau and back down to the hut, and it's a beautiful, beautiful hike. Bit of an issue. I don't know if you can see, you get some clouds into view in the cockpit here. That's a lag issue, but not that great today, so that's good. Coming up on our descent here. Yeah, so Galdhøpiggen, the highest point in Norway, is just down here. Some part of these mountains here. And there's our top of descent. That's it. Very nice short flight. Transition altitude is 7,000. Just disregard that for now. That's set correctly, so that's good. I'll leave the speed as is now. Beautiful there. As mentioned, it is nothing more than maybe half an hour, just 30-40 minutes to fly, so and we have 104 track miles to go. There's a bit lag here, but it is Norway. I reckon is even more lag intensive or performance intensive than Orbex's scenery, so it's a good test if you have your settings correct. If you don't get lag flying this route, then you are good to go anywhere. And I don't see any ATC, so what I'll do is I'll shut this down just to save us some performance here. There we go. Another fine airport to fly to is Molde, which is just up the coast, so I hope maybe to be able to go there today. We shall see. We'll first need to go back to do the return flight to Gardermoen and then get some fuel on board. Quick scan here. Looking good so far.
Echo November Sierra Golf Airport.
Not the right one. So one day soon I'll need to do this flight in a small general aircraft, maybe the Cessna 172 or something like that, with the realism pack, and then we'll go through some flying maybe in nighttime or something through this area here. Should be quite interesting. Coast is starting to creep into view here as well. Awesome view. this Instagram picture pose here. So when you see this terrain and it's HD mesh, then you kind of get why it's so. And I actually think it's might be wrong, but I do think it's ortho made with ultra HD mesh. Some of it I'm not sure, but then you kind of get why it's so intensive on the frames. So there's the ocean there. And I believe it's those islands out there that we're going to land on.
Echo, November, Mike, Lima.
Still not correct. So at Udeva, I would actually like to be at look at that. I could do this route all day. Insanely good looking. You basically just want to go down there and do some hiking, don't you? Another favorite airport of mine in Norway to fly to is of course Tromsø. I will do a flight there someday. It's a bit longer flight, it's all the way up north, so it's almost 2 hours from Oslo. So, but I will get around to do it. There's a fjord. And that's where we're going. But we are going out here, turning around. Sorry, sneeze. Turning around and then coming in. So we can do so we have landing altitude set, auto brake 3, pressurization, landing altitude recall check, auto brake 3, and we have a 136 and flaps 40. And approach briefing completed. Altimeters, we are going to do our last check.
Echo November Oscar Victor Airport information Papa 1-1.
Still wrong. And if we could see the airport from here, but it's over there. But coming in here in dense fog and low vis is quite interesting. And you can, as you can imagine, the North Sea, which can be incredibly windy, basically have unhindered winds all the way from the Americas here. So you can have some insane winds going on as well. But luckily the runway is situated, so you most of the time you'll have straight down the runway. Crosswinds are quite rare here. Go. The missed approach will be left turn and 5,000.
Echo November Oscar Victor Airport information.
There's so many damn airports in this areas here, so hard to get the right one. Coming up on transition. Go.
Echo November Oscar Victor Airport.
So we'll start configuring in this turn here. Cabin crew, please be seated.
Echo November Oscar Victor Airport information.
Echo November Oscar Victor.
flaps 1. And we have a short plateau here where we can really lose some speed on the approach. Runway heading. Start working on the flaps. We are clear to land. It's on as well. Nah, we don't need it. Alright, we can take the gear down. Flaps 15. Nice and early. There's the runway inside. Calm layout here. Speed into end. Flaps 30. And we can go 36 and flaps 40. Disconnect. I have controls. We have flaps 40, green light, gear down 3 green, auto brakes set.
2500.
Speed brake is armed, clear to land. Cabin is secure. Oh, something happened with the ocean there, but I have this new Lua script that should give you some better looks on the ocean. I'm not quite convinced yet, but it's okay for now. Miles out. Shouldn't be too much wind here, so you notice I configured and disconnected quite early. It's a good thing to do out here. You really want to be in total control. So far so good. Now the runway as well has actually some curvature on it. It's really well made curvature as well. So it can seem quite daunting once you come in and to land on it. Really gives you a sense of it being short, and then it's on a small raised plateau, so from this side you will actually see the plateau. We're pretty much bang on now.
1,000.
Check.
1,000 feet, stabilized, missed approach altitude set.
Let's see if we can butter this. You don't really want to float here, so.
Approaching 06.
Looking at the Pabbies.
Approaching minimums. 300.
Touchdown soon. And
Minimums.
Continue.
200.
There's the plateau. Bit skewed to the right, but we'll correct that. That's good.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
And reverses. Let's see how the curvature is really uphill here, so it can give you some
80 knots.
And manual braking. Pulse brake is disconnected as well, so we can actually take this exit here. Perfect. Definitely no time to shut down engines and all of that stuff here, so we'll just find a stand here. We'll take lucky number 13. Get this all reset. Ready for the next sector. Let's take 12. We are a bit superstitious here, so there's our friendly gate guidance guy from Aalesund. There we go. There we go. Perfect. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Aalesund. Perfect flight. We got the views you wanted, and we just need to get the ground power. We're on ground. We can kill the engines. Oop. Cabin crew, please disarm doors and slides. There we go. We can leave this as is. Yep. So welcome to Aalesund. Let's get some stairs and stuff going here, because that is very much needed. There we go. We can take. No need for catering here. That should do us. So yeah, welcome to Aalesund. I hope this flight gave you some good okay, so what have I forgotten? I hope this flight gave you a good insight into why I enjoy this flight. So there we go, this should do it. Yep. So I hope this gave you an idea of why I enjoy this flight, the views and the approach and everything. And you have this small short runway in the middle of the North Sea after descending through mountains. And it's curved and it's everything. So it's really enjoyable place to fly to. So now we'll need to set up, and we need to get back to Oslo with the batch of passengers that's going the other way, and then set up for Molde, which isn't that far from here, just a bit further north. So it's a quite similar flight. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this this flight here. Let's just end the flight leg. So I hope you enjoyed this flight here to Aalesund. I really did, and if you did, then please do consider subscribing and liking the video, as it helps me build the channel. I'll be checking out now. I'll just be setting up the turnaround timer on my aircraft, grabbing a bit of lunch. Let's just reset that. And I almost forgot. I almost cheated you. I will not be logging off before we have a look at the landing rate here. Now I do not expect much because this is not a place you want to float. So I will happily take almost anything that doesn't break the aircraft here. So that's perfect. That's right where I want it to be. So we'll take that all day long. 224. That's good enough for me. And there's our flight. So yeah. Turnaround timer is set, and the touchdown rate was good enough. The parking is meh. We'll blame this guy, and hope to see you in the next video. As for now, bye bye, and see you next time.